Good morning. I am checking to make sure that you can hear me. All right, you can. Good morning. Good morning. So this morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. This morning and today's, I hope the light is better. I'm blinding myself here. In today's video, good morning, you guys. It's noon. Oh, yeah, it's almost, what time is it? It's 11:36. I'm way early this morning. But I wanted to get going because I have quite a few things to do today, and it is going to be a little time consuming. So I have already created and started I started cutting some of the items myself and started early. But we're going to work on this project right here to glam up letters. And we have a couple of that I'm going to run through with you. So let me just say this. I started earlier this week doing this because 3D letters can be very time consuming, especially if you're going to do them detailed, like I would like us to do, pretty detailed on them. And because there's a lot to cut, a lot of pieces to cut, the way that I like my 3D letters, I wanted to go ahead and cut them offline so that you didn't have to go through that painstaking task with me to to watch how I cut the letters. So we've done that, and a couple of them will be shaker letters. I've already done some of the pre-cut the and twisted up our little flowers. So we're going to do some of all that prep work, let things dry, and then I will show you how to put together the um, the letters themselves to teach you how to do a 3D letter. And we're going to bling it out and glam it out. Of course, naturally, it wouldn't be classy shade if we did not do that. I can let you know that 3D letters are extremely fun. They are extremely fun, but they are also extremely time consuming if you want them a particular way. So, the first thing I want to do is let's go ahead and get all the things out of our way that have to do with glitter and drying so that we can make sure when we're ready to decorate our flowers that they are that they're dry. So, what I was thinking about first, because I made these little hand twisted rolled flowers, two different kinds, I just want to do a really light dusting across the top of them. Good morning. Hello, my friend. I'm glad to see you here. I'm going to do a real light dusting across the top of these and sprinkle them with glitter across here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this glitter right here, which is, can you see that? It looks darker on the screen, but it's a really pretty glitter. I think this one is, I know it's Tea Glitz, which is my daughter's glitter business, but I can't remember the name because I pulled it off. But I'm going to off on the side here, I'm just going to lightly dust it with glitter over the garbage can so that I don't have glitter everywhere. And you can see, can you see that? Are you able to see? Let's see if we bring this in. No, you can't see that at all. It has just a light dusting of glitter over it. And that's what I want. I don't want a whole lot. I just want it to have a soft amount of glitter. And I'm going to put that to the side to dry. And I'm going to repeat that. I don't think I'll repeat it on all of them, but I do think that this one, no, I don't. Let's try this one. I think that these will be cute. I'm going to go a little heavier with the glitter on this particular one because the glitter and this cardstock are about the same color. And so I'm going to go a little heavier with the glitter here so that it can actually show up. So how have you guys been this week? I hope you had a good week. I have had a phenomenal busy week and it's still been good even though it's been really busy. Look at how that looks. That's going to be beautiful. Yeah, that'll be pretty. Okay, so we'll paste that to the side to dry. One thing that we had yesterday in our community, southeast side of my city is very diverse. I think I've shared that with you guys before. I'm going to put these aside because I don't want to put glitter on those. And we're very diverse. And every summer we have what we call the summer celebration. And this summer we had, I think the first time we did it, there was like Isley Brothers came to town. The next summer it was another group, I can't remember the name. And this year it was In Vogue. The ladies of In Vogue came to the Podunk city of Fort Wayne, our little bitty town, and they had an awesome, awesome performance. It was so fun, but it was so exhausting. Okay, so what we're going to do with this, I've already pre-cut this one, you can see, and started putting things together so that it wouldn't be painful. We're going to make this portion of the R a shaker. And so what I'm going to do, you can see like on the end here, there is a acetate sheet across the end, but this one isn't a shaker. I'm going to make the R a shaker. So we're going to start building our shaker. I cut my letters out on my silhouette. You could use a Cricut or a silhouette, whichever one you have. And then you can see here, I cut a glitter piece of paper of an R trim across the front of it. And then I cut lots of extras of that R trim. And this is in the 110-pound paper. And what we're going to do is glue these together, each one, because we want this to be the thickness a little thicker than what our shaker inserts would be, so that it can give room for our shaker inserts to shake around. And this, to me, is the easiest way to create a shaker. I've seen people do it with tape, a double-sided tape, which you absolutely can. I've seen people make shakers with different forms of liquid glue. I've seen them make shakers with foam tape. And you just want to make sure that whatever you seal your edges with, that they're sealed all the way so that your glitter does not come through your edges or your sides here. So this is actually going to be the size of the shaker. And you want to make sure that you have a good seal so that the glitter doesn't break through the sides, because last thing you want is somebody to shake it and glitter come out on you. Right? So I am going to put this together and let this dry. Now, where would you use this and why would you use it? It's just a cute little table favor for a party, decoration for someone's birthday gift. People love seeing things with their name. They love seeing custom gifts with their names. You could add it to the end of a balloon gift or put it with a box of chocolates or flowers. You don't have to do the entire name. You could do an initial. And people just love those things. I am using the Art Glitter Glue. I am not sponsored, but I can tell you I tried this, I guess, a month or so ago. I've seen lots of people on YouTube use this glue and actually brag about it. I thought glue is glue is glue. I do like this glue because it gives you this little nozzle. And it comes in there. My bottle is old. I just keep refilling it. It gives you this cute little nozzle and it dries super, super fast. Sometimes too fast. If you want to have time to move your items around, it will probably dry too fast on you. But I like it because it does dry fast. And when you're working with intricate paper details, you want your glue to dry fast. You don't want it to move or delay on you. Okay, so now we have this part put together. The glue is drying, but for the most part, it's pretty dry. I'm going to take my Classic Spectrum Nora marker, And this one is the color Regal PL4. And I'm just going to paint this. I'm going to outline it because I don't want the white to show in case it does show through our little, through our cellophane. So let me show you. When I put this on here, if anything shows through the bottom, I want it to be, can you guys see me? Let me move you closer here. There we go. I want, if I don't get this glued down properly, I want to be able to not see white behind it. I want to see purple. So I am going to take this, it's alcohol ink, and I'm just going to color this around to help let the purple see. You're welcome, hon. You're very welcome. I purchased mine on Amazon. The website is artglitter.com. It's really good. I can tell you the item, when I purchased it, you get this bottle and a refill bottle, and I believe it was like $24, which is a lot for glue, but it does work very well. And I can say I will purchase it again. But I do try to make sure when I use it that I'm using it so that it makes sense and I'm not just wasting it on things that aren't that don't need this structure of glue. And if I could use a different glue, a cheaper glue, then I will. So just like with any other project, if you have the right tools, it makes it easier and it's better for you. It's the same thing in crafting. If you have the right tools when you're crafting, it makes it a lot easier. You can always jerry rig something together, but if you have the right tools, it makes it a lot easier to be able to perform the work, and you get a much classier, how about that, Classy Shade Designs, you get a much classier product at the end. So for those of you just joining, we're making a letter R shaker for right now, and we'll make a different letter. Why am I doing this? What I'm doing, I am coloring the edges so that when you see it on the sides, you won't see the bold whiteness. You'll just be able to see this purple. You'll be able to see the purple on the edges. It's the Art Glitter Glue. Art Glitter Glue, purchased on Amazon. Hello, I see someone else asked the same question. I'm sorry if I don't repeat it. It's the Art Glitter Glue that I purchased on Amazon. Really good glue. Really like it. It's expensive for glue, and I'm not gonna lie, but I personally now think that it is worth it. But can you get the same effect with other glue? You absolutely can. You absolutely can. You absolutely can, but it is a good glue when you're working with paper products and products that are, you need something to dry quickly, because it does dry well. Now, if I want to work on something and I want to be able to maneuver it and move it around, I like to use this tacky glue. If you want to move your paper art around before it dries hard, I like to use that tacky glue. But if you want to just land it in your spot and have a little bit of time of moving it around, this Art Glitter Glue is the bomb, baby. It is actually the bomb. And you do not have to do what I'm doing right here. This is the added piece. This is just glamming it up a little bit, making it, these small details matter, right? These small details matter. I read a book by Steve Jobs when he was giving his narrative about Apple computer, and Steve Jobs is the name of the book. And he talked about how the inside needs to be just as pretty as the outside, because taking shortcuts could be a character flaw. I do a little bit of both. I take shortcuts, and sometimes I put in the work, the time to create the differences. So you don't have to do this if you decide to recreate a project similar to this, but I think that it will make a difference at the end. It will make a difference. How do you like doing your composite books? I've seen some of those on Pinterest and YouTube. They are really cute. Make sure I got all my edges. I keep saying I'm not going to try any new crafts right now because I have this personality. When I try something, then I go rogue and I buy everything that goes along with it. And sometimes that can be like I'm running out of room in my craft room. I'm running out of room in my craft room because I buy stuff and create and buy stuff and create. And I might only do it for one time, but then I'll buy everything that goes along with that project. That can be an expensive addiction. So right now I'm refraining from going into any new projects. Nothing new right now. Okay, so again, I'm going to take my art glitter glue and I am going to run along the edge. This one for me, this edge becomes important as equally important here because this is the edge where we will take our second cellophane R and tape it to the back of here. You want to make sure that you get your shaker sealed so that you don't have any leakage. Can you use hot glue? You can. Can you use double-sided tape? You can. Am I going to use it? I hope not. If I find out that I have a leak, oh, look, I put my fingers right in the middle of that. That's sweet. If I find out that I have a leak after I get this together, then I will run a bead of hot glue along the side of it so that I can close my leak up or seal my leak. I'm going to just make sure my cellophane is clean here and doesn't have a bunch of gook on it. And then we're going to just lay it on the glue. Try not to move it around too much because you don't want the glue to be on the visual part. So try to get it squared up and as best you can on your first round. Press it down so the glue can spread out. And if there's a weak spot, you can see where it would be. I think this might be a weak spot for me right here because I don't see that there's enough glue on that. So I'm just going to run a bead of glue at the bottom of it. All right. So that's that. The centerpiece here is on the back of there. I've put it on there already. And then we'll put the two of these together like this. That's how that'll go. All right, so I'm going to put this to the side and allow it to dry. Put it right there for right now. And then there's a couple of more things, a couple more preps that we need to do before we get moving. And I saved this to explain these to you guys. When you're working with paper crafts, you know, paper is thin. And so you want to be able to, if you're giving it as a gift, you want it to be sturdy as it can be. And if you're going to make it a 3D, see how I've made this 3D and you can see the edges there? If you're going to make it a 3D item, you also want it to be sturdy. Let's see. Okay, so you also want it to be sturdy. So what I do is when I cut my items, like Miss Piggy here, she's a print and cut. I cut one of the color, one of her, and then I cut two duplicates, like just plain silhouette on plain paper so that I can strengthen it and make it stronger. And the same with the glitter. The glitter is very flexible. So I cut a couple of duplicate pieces so that I can make it stronger. I only cut one duplicate on this one because I used 110-pound cardstock. But if you use a 65-pound cardstock or a 80-pound cardstock, you might want to cut two or sometimes three, depending on how thick you want it, so that you can give it stability. It just adds an added touch of glam to your item to let it have strength on the back of it. You don't want it weak. It really helps. It makes a difference when you have layers and when your layers are strong. And so I wanted to show you guys that. Now we could put Miss Piggy on here. This is just a, I did a silhouette of her. I can put her on here, or I can make it a 3D by putting some foam behind it. But looking at it like this, I think I like her just sitting on the back. Plus, I have these items that I've already done that are 3D. So I think I'll just put her solid onto, straight onto the glitter cutout or glitter offset instead of pumping her up and making it 3D. so that it doesn't just become the same old, right? So the young lady that I am making this for loves Miss Piggy, and she loves Glam, and she loves purple. So I found several pretty Miss Piggy photos, um, and that's what we're going to use. So I've created these embellishments already so that you guys didn't have to sit and watch me go through that. Plus, I don't like to cut online because my Cricut, I have the Cricut 4 and I have the Cricut or the Silhouette 4 and the Silhouette 3, Cameo 3. The Cameo 3 is quiet, but the Cameo 4 is super duper loud to me. Um, Honestly, I don't like the 4. I probably will never, I would never recommend it to anyone. If you get a chance to get your hands on a 3, I would say buy the 3 because it works better, in my opinion. Okay. So now the other thing that we have are our leaves, right? I saved a couple of these. Like I said before, I did duplicates so that they can be stronger. And so again, just to show you how I did the leaves in the event you decide you want to do this, I put the that's kind of, I don't want to blind you guys out here. I printed 2 of each one, put them together like such. And then I took my scoring tool. You don't have to have a scoring board. You just need anything with a sharp end on the bottom of it to help you be able to do it. But to help you be able to score your line. So I took my scoring tool and I just scored down the middle. And guess what I didn't do? I didn't worry about it being perfect because leaves are organic and they're not perfect. So I scored down the middle and then I just kind of did the leaf veins of a leaf so that it would have some dimension to it. Can you see that? Where are we at here? These lights are killing me. Okay, there you go. And you can fold it to give it some like curl on it, right? Because leaves, that's how leaves are. And so now we have some veins in our leaf. We have some dimension to our leaves. And I'll do this one the same. And the veins don't have to be perfect because they're leaves. Leaves, you know, when you look at leaves, veins go every which way. Let's see, I love it here. Oh, that's cool. Credit. I love it. Okay, so see, now we add, and when you do it, just sometimes for me, when you're crafting, just those little bitty additive things, it like steps up the game. Anybody can, this is what the leaf would look like if we hadn't added veins to it. It's just a plain leaf, right? But look at the difference when we add the veins. How can we see this? There we go. Look at the difference when you add the veins. Look at how that classied that up just a little bit. I mean, it wasn't even much. It only took us a few seconds to just add that little bit of glam to it, and it just steps up your product even more. And if you're selling these for a customer, you want to be able to give them the best that you can give them so that they come back, or better yet, so that you get new orders off of what they've seen. So take the time and add that little bit of extra to it. It really will make a difference. I guarantee your clients will not notice, but someone will notice that detail. I showed your clients won't notice that you've put that much work into it, but someone will notice the detail in the work that you've done, right? I was showing someone a photo of some work that I had created with art, and she says, she made the comment, man, you put a lot of detail in there. I didn't even think about it when I was showing her, and that wasn't the reason that I was showing her. But I was glad that she noticed that little bit of extra care, or like I'd say, extra love or glam, classiness that you want to add to your project, right? And sometimes you may use it, sometimes you may not. But with that said, let me say this because I realize that everybody's not a glam girl. I am. I like glam things. And so It's probably not normal that you see glam on paper, right? But do what you like. You don't have to do it the way that I do it, but do it the way you want it to be and the way you like it so that you get a product that you're proud of. And when you present your product to whomever you're gifting it to, they will love it and be proud of it as well. So do it the way that you want to, so that you're proud of what you're giving away. Now, I've let that dry. I just noticed something that I probably should not have done, and that was that I put the center of here on the back of this one. I should have put it on here so that um when I put my shaker centers in there, it won't fall out through here. So I'm going to have to pay attention to make sure that I don't allow my interior the shaker goodies to go into this area. So what I'm going to use here is this is Sailor Pluto, one of my daughter's glitters that she's made and created. And we're just going to add a little bit. Look at how pretty that is. Man, that's beautiful. I'm going to add a little bit here. We have so much of this glitter left over. I am not using this live as a promotion of her business because she has since shut it down because with her college courses and everything going on, she hasn't had the opportunity to dedicate time to it like she needs to. And so because of that, guess who ended up doing a lot of the work? You're right, mom. And mom already has a million and one jobs. So she had to make the hard decision on what she wanted to do with her business. And the decision was to go ahead and close down the website before having to pay additional cost for um, renewing all the contract paperwork, all that. So, but we still have tons of glitter. So if you're interested in any, I am not ashamed to say, just inbox me. So I'm adding all of this little shaker inserts, and I don't want to make it too thick because I want to make sure that that we can seal this little baby. All right. And what I'm going to do now is, again, with my art glitter glue, I'm going to come in and go around the edge and get ready to seal her up. I'm doing this before we go into moving into the letter, creating the actual letter so that this will have time to dry and I can determine where I have gaps at. And need to reseal. So back to the summer celebration that we had here in the city. It was like 89, 90 degrees. The heat index was extremely high. And but it was probably 3,000 people out there with picnic chairs and patio tents and umbrellas, and it was an awesome time. I was supposed to be there to MC the event as a representative of the community, but they had multiple people looking to MC. So I, after I did my part, I got on a golf cart and just rode around, talking to people and seeing people in the community, which was so much fun. I actually enjoyed doing that more than I enjoyed watching In Vogue. But I have to say that the two original members that are still there, they still got it. They still have it. It was phenomenal. It was a really good time. All right. So that's our shaker. I'll have to take a baby wipe later and wipe off some of the glue that I've gotten on places that shouldn't be. But that's our shaker. Look at how pretty. Oh, it's pretty. What do you guys think about that? That's the shaker part. And this is how it's going to look when I put the shaker on there. You'll see Miss Piggy through it, and you'll see the shaker inserts down in the bottom. I'm going to set it aside and allow this to dry. And now we're ready to start building. I think I got everything. I think we have everything put together in that terms of that. Okay. So I printed out Miss Piggy on the back of this R, and there are 2 layers to this. Remember, layers, making it thick makes it look better. I printed out I cut out all of the pieces that go along with it. Now, I purchased this SVG for Alphabet off of Etsy. It cost me, I believe, it cost me less than $10. I want to say a little more than 5, but definitely less than 10. And I got the entire alphabet, and I got 0 through 9 in the numbers, right? So thanks, I am Divine One. I appreciate that. So go to Etsy. Don't even try to recreate some stuff. If I know it's easier to purchase it, I'm just going to buy it. I'm not going to try to recreate it because it's just a waste of time. So I purchased the SVG. I cut it out because I resized the SVG. So I wanted to make sure that all of our little side pieces would fit. So I went ahead, and you can see I folded all of these on the perforation lines, or the what would be score lines. If you use a Cricut, it would be a score line. If you use a Silhouette, because the Silhouette doesn't have a score tool, it makes little dashes. And so you just fold it along the dash lines, and that will give you the edge that you need on your sides. Okay. Now, what I am going to attempt to do is try to make sure that I get my pieces lined up properly. And I want to make you guys, I want to bring you in as close as I can. I think that's as close as I can get you. Sorry to make you seasick there. I think that's as close as I can get you. All right. I have done a little bit of both. I have seen people take their backing and tape it inside of the letter like that. I've also have taken it and glued it on the outside so the backing doesn't show like this. I printed an extra back so that I can cover up the back of our product, so that the back has a really beautiful finish. Can you see that? So regardless of which way you do it, you want to give a back product that has a nice back. You don't want the backing to show your glue lines or your open overlap flaps. So make sure you cut enough pieces. That's the reason I cut it offline, because there are a lot of pieces to this project. And if you're doing a big name, like this name has 6 letters to it, to do it online, we'd be here for hours. All right. So I'm going to start pre-gluing some of my pieces together. And this, I believe, is like this. This is where this art glitter glue, by the way, you guys that have asked that question, this is where the art glitter glue shines, right? See how I was able to glue this piece together, and it held for me just that quick. No movement. It's pretty much locked in place and dry. That's where this art glitter glue, like, it shines compared to the other glues right there. Now this piece would go just like that. And then the challenge comes in to finding, where are the other pieces? Where are the other pieces? Before I glue that piece in, I'm going to glue the center piece in. Okay. I know that it'll go like this. I want the flaps to be on the outside, so I need them to be folded over like that. And I want this to be outside of here so that you don't see this from, I don't want the flap on the inside like this, so that if we're looking at the letter from the outside, we want it smooth. So we don't want that flap we want this flap to be on the inside this way, so that when you're looking inside the letter, you won't see this little piece. Let me show you on the D. Do you see when you look at the D, you don't see any of those little pieces? You don't see any of that, and that's how we want this one to be. So I want to make sure that I put it together properly, so that I don't have to unglue it and reglue it back. All right. So there we go. Man, and this, I'm telling you, this is where this glue is the bomb. And the one reason why I think like it's worth buying it, because being able to work on this project like this and have it seal fast is really helpful. Now I'm trying to determine if I'm making this harder on myself than it needs to be, or if I'm actually, if it's even worth me going through all this sizing headache. Okay, that's where I want to do that like that. And I'm just trying to determine if that even really makes that big of a difference. It does. Let's do it right. If we're going to do it, we're going to do it right. My mom always says, if it's worth doing, do it right. So we'll add some glue on the back of each one of these. And then we will hold these flaps down until the glue dries. Or I'll do it this way and press on them till the glue dries. Okay. That one, yep. Let's hold it down. Now, why is this important to me? I don't know. But one thing I think, if we're going to glue all of them underneath, even that milliliter of distance could make it uneven. And so we want to keep it as even as we can when we glue the top of it on. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Y'all tell me if that makes sense. Okay, so now we can start gluing this piece on. So I am going to take it and glue it on the inside here. Pull that flap over and then bring this flap down. All right. Watch it to make sure that your inside gets laid down as smooth as possible. I'm going to take my bone folder and kind of rub it down on the inside to make sure that it gets a good connection with the glue, especially in the corner. Okay, so see the back? What's going on with you, sis? Why you don't want to stick? Don't do that to me. Don't be ugly this morning. Okay, so see how the back would look with these flaps? That's why I print this piece out here. And then you won't see all that. Okay, just those little finishing touches. They matter. They matter. They matter to me. I hope that they matter to you, because you're the one that's selling it to your client. So you want to make sure that it's right. So I'm trying to see if this piece does not go there. Let's try and see if this one, because this doesn't have a flap on the end, you know that it'll have to connect with one of these flaps. And so that's why I was trying to determine which one of these pieces go next, right? I don't think it's this one either, because it's pushing it out too far. Let's try this one. Is this it? Am I lining up right? Yep, I think it's this one. Okay, great. So we'll put a little glue on here. This is like a big puzzle piece. It's trying to determine where your pieces go is, it's important that you get them right. One, because once you get them cut, you don't want to have to recut it. You don't want to have to stop, or I don't want to have to stop in the middle of our video and try to cut a piece because I've glued it to the wrong thing. And if you have the wrong piece in the wrong place, it will make a difference. All right, so we have that piece now. Does this go? Yeah. Come on through, sis. We're getting it done. We're getting it done. Okay, this piece needs a little bit of glue here. I'm telling you, this thing is time consuming, but it's so worth it. It's going to be so beautiful. And I'm sure she will love it when I give it to her. And I would say definitely get you a glue that gives you time to work with the product, but also gives you time to move the product around like this. I love this right here. All right, let's bone fold it. And I will, like always, when we finish this project, I will post it on my Instagram, Classy Shade, Sharon Tucker, Classy Shade Designs. And I will try to get it posted on Face or on YouTube. YouTube doesn't like me to post from my cell phone for some reason. I don't know why. That's something new. I've never had problems with that before, but for some reason it doesn't let me take the photo and post it from my phone. So I have to transfer it to my computer and then add it up. And if I have to go through all that, then sometimes I just don't get it done. Just being flat out honest. It should be easier than that to have to do all that. Just being honest with you. So if I can do it from my phone when I'm sitting in a meeting or, just doing nothingness, it's much easier than the way they make me do it now. I didn't quite get that one underneath there. Let's see. Here we go. How we doing? What do you guys think? You hanging in there with me? All right. That's her. That's the R. I'll put some glue on the back of these and make them stay again. Press them down. That's the letter R. You guys should see my face. I got my mouth hung open like I'm deep in thought thinking about this. Okay. That's the letter R. I'm going to open up these flaps because this will go inside of here. And that will give it the backing. You don't really have to put much glue on it because it's not going to go anywhere. But I am. Squeeze this down in here. Help guide it into your pieces, especially this center. Come on, sis. There we go. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Oh, it's going to be a tight fit in it. Let's see. Oh, my gosh. All right, hold on, you guys. It's got glue on my hands, and this wants to act ugly. And it's thick paper, too. Come on, you can do it. Oh, my gosh. What in the world? Why is that? Okay, let me take that out. I don't want to ruin that middle piece because I need it to work. Wow, that is ridiculous. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to cut this open just a little bit because it's way too tight. So I'm just going to make a snip right here. Try to give us more room. Y'all see that? I'm telling you. Did you see that? That was so tight. This is real life. Thank you, Divine One. Thank you, thank you. I mean, this is what happens when we're crafting. This is sometimes you got to modify. That was super tight. It would not, and I don't want to beat that up any more than I need to because I need it to be right. But it was not going to go in there. Was not going to go in there. Still snug on this side, so let me just cut it a little bit more right here. A little bit deeper. I don't want to make it too deep because I don't want it too wide and ugly when we get down inside of there. But let's see. All right. Wow. Wow. Okay. I don't need any glue on that because that is not going to move. That is not going to move at all. You see that? That is definitely not going to move. Let's go ahead and put our back on. Notice when I glue, I don't go all the way to the edge. I just put it just inward a little bit. That gives the glue time a little place to spread without having much squeeze out. And even with doing that, sometimes I have squeeze out, but that's one of the ways that I've found helps with the glue projects to prevent squeeze out. And then I always keep a wet wipe next to me for when my fingers get glue on them so that I don't mess up my project as well. All right. I see a little lift in here where it's curling just a little bit. I don't want it to curl. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue down in that and hold that down. Whew. We got it. We got it. This thing, I mean, that was ridiculous. That was really ridiculous. Okay. Now, this looks a little beat up inside of here, but I think we'll be able to get it covered up. All right. So now, this is how our shaker would go on top of there. What do you see? Do you notice this? Yep. Notice that white line? That's not what I want. So what I'm going to do, oh, and my shaker works. No fallout. Let's see if we get any fallout. No fallout. So our shaker works. Yay. Oh, wait. Nope. I just saw something roll out. All right. Nope. We celebrated too early. That's okay. I'll just run a thin bead of hot glue along this side because I don't know where that shook out from. Thin bead of hot glue along the side to help close that up. Okay. All right. We got 2 pieces of fallout there. Okay. So the line we saw where these were clearly too wide, right? Because we don't want them to show, but we need a little bit so that we can put our shaker top on it. So I'm just going to cut these back a little bit, just leaving me enough to be able to have space to put my shaker top to it. I don't want to cut it too thin. And for some reason, I didn't want to cut with me that way. All right. Let's see. If we do it like that, that gives us enough to put a lip on it to glue it to, and you don't see it through your shaker top. Little things like that matter. Pay attention to those fine details. And it separates you from the rest of the crafting world because you actually took the time to make sure that your client gets a product that is very well put together. It is man-made, so it won't look like a machine made it, which is what makes it custom, because you can't get, sometimes you can't even find your name in certain places depending on how you spell your name or what your name is. And so being able to give your client something that is personalized with their name and looks nice is important. And let me tell you, we know that name products are big things because if you've ever been to Walt Disney, Cedar Point, your local zoo, they sell tons of things that have your kids' names on them. Everybody likes to see their name on products. So that's a big thing, right? So you just want to make sure that as you're making it, it's nice as well. All right. There we go. Now we are going to glue this down. Run our bead of glue again. And glue this to the top. I could have lined it with a purple marker. It would have stuck out. You're right. It would have come out a little bit along the edges. So that's why I like to trim. But it would work. And guess what? Um, how about this? We could have put glitter along this part right here. Oh, I just thought about this. Come on through, sis, helping me think of a new idea. We could have put a different glitter cardstock along here. Like, say, we could have put this pink glitter cardstock along here and then put this on top of it. And then we would have had like 3D for the glitter cardstock. Oh, that's a good idea. I think I'll do that another time. You just gave me a really cool idea. That's why we together. That is why we are working together, because I like that. I like what you just helped me. Us together, we thought about, look where we didn't cut. I got to take that off because I didn't cut this part down. Yes, that's a good idea. Yes, sis, come on through. Help a crafter out. Help a crafter out. Yes, that I love that. Now I'm kind of wishing I had done that or thought about that. But yep, that's a way we could definitely make it work as well. All right. Don't forget your middle like I did. Don't forget your middle. And I don't know how I forgot the middle, as much trouble as it gave us to get the thing on, but I forgot the middle. So don't forget your middle because you want that cut as well. All right. And then make it fit in there. Hold it back. And I see something else that I need to do with the middle. This middle is giving me a headache. They should go out, not in. The flap should go out, not in. Y'all see, I'm learning this with y'all. We're doing this together. I've done these before, but I don't know why this R is giving me the freaking blues. But it's okay because we're going to win. It's written that we win. And that's all we do. We like DJ Khaled. All we do is win, baby. Oh, you did. You saw it. I wish I had saw your like, Sharon, get it. Because I totally missed it. Okay. Now we have it this time. When you're gluing down, try to hold your pieces in and out at the same time so that they you can get this seal on there. See how that one's kind of pushing in. There we go. There we go. And it shakes. And you can see Miss Piggy in the background. That's our shaker R. Okay. I was going to do the A with you guys, but you see how long it takes to do that. So I'm just going to leave it here. These are our letters. It says Andrea. It's supposed to say Andrea. And I'll do the A offline and show you the picture of everything. But let's move forward and let's glam it up. What do you guys think about that? Lynette, hey, you can be as crafty. It takes time though. I'm telling you, but you see, this is what I like about the live and us doing it together. Sis, you see, I didn't get it perfect the first time. I made like 2 or 3 mistakes on getting this on this R. So you can do it. We all can do it. Now, this is my thought. I wanted to do this like this. And on the other A, I wanted to have her over here. And then I was thinking about putting these little flowers on it with some, what are you guys thinking? I'm just trying to building it up and getting the idea. I really want your input on these to decide. Like, let's decide this together. Does this all make sense? Is it too much? Doing too much? Doing too little? Add some more? Take away something? Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section. Oh, we got our little glitter ones. We can't forget our glitter babies. Where did we go? Oh, how about if we do it like that? What do you think? Okay, I'm working on it, Patricia. It definitely needs something, doesn't it? Yes, we are going to embellish it. Let's start with the letter A. Okay, I am with you, sis, because that one was real plain Jane. I mean, hey, you could give it like this if you want to, but it's just not classy and it's just not glam, in my opinion. So I think Patricia is absolutely right. Let's add to her. We definitely, I have Miss Piggy here. I definitely want to add her right here on the corner of the A. I think she fits right in. Yeah. Oh, I'll do it like that. I was going to do it here, but I think she'll fit right in good right here. Okay, some tips to watch out for when you're working with adding your embellishments. When your letter is standing up, right? When your letter is standing up, you want to make sure that your embellishment is level with your letter. You don't want it taller than your letter because it will cause your letter not to sit perfect. So when your letter is standing up, make sure that your embellishment is level with the bottom of your, or up a little bit so that it doesn't interfere with your project standing up perfectly. Also, I need to let you know on these letters that I pre-made, in the bottom of here, I put some wood blocks or some wood stops so that they would be heavy and that they would stand up. Doesn't look like it there, but so that they would stand up and sustain a little bit of blowing on them, and not just fall over like a lightweight. Now this, unfortunately, because it's a shaker and I can't put anything in the bottom because you'd be able to see it, it would be a little lighter weight, but these won't be as lightweight as this will be. So just a little FYI, again, that helps you. You can use a marble, you can use a magnet, you can use anything that has weight. I've seen people take pennies, a couple of pennies, and put on the bottom of it to add some weight to it, but just anything that will give it some stability to help hold it in. Everything is upside down. No, it's probably me because I have my camera going from the top down. I'm sorry about that. My camera is from the top up. Is that better if I do it like that? Yeah, my camera is looking down at me. And so I'm glad you said something. Maybe next time I go live, I'll work on figuring out how to flip it so that you guys don't have to see everything upside down. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Lynette, come on through, sis. Help me out. I'm glad you said something. I did not know that. Okay, so how's that? We'll put her like that. I'm working upside down now. So now y'all really got to pray and help me out because I am looking at it from the opposite angle, which is okay. I'm cool with that. I will add. We can do this. How about if we do it like, yeah, how about if we do this and this? Yes. And then I will take some of my little glitter leaves here. And I'm going to add this glitter leaf. We're going to layer this up like that. Um, yeah, I am so glad you said something. I am probably the one of the easiest going crafters. So I love when you guys chime in and say things. So you like the two flowers? Good. I'll put the two flowers on there because you like it, and that's what I'll do. Yeah. Okay. Divine says she was still getting it. I appreciate that. I'm just glad to have y'all here with me. How about that? I love that I'm not talking to myself. I love that part because you know that's an option as well. Like people could say, like, no, sis, I ain't coming in here and watch you put flowers on a thing. Let's make sure that we have that. Yeah, that's good. All right. And does the that glitter, look at how that glitter just pops that, doesn't it? I think that really pops that flower and makes it look, just, it brings something out on the leaf. So we'll do that again on this one. I think it just brings something out on the leaf to add that little bit of glitter to it. And I'm going to do this one. I'm sorry, I'm working too close to my chest. You guys can't see what I'm doing. I'm trying to just I'm putting together the leaves for us so that we can, oh yeah. Oh, that's gonna be cute. Okay. All right. Yeah, the A was looking pretty pathetic. There was a while there I was like, should I cut some more parts to go on it? But sometimes I look at videos and I'm like, don't do any more. You're overkilling. You're overkilling. So I'm trying to be cautious of that too, that I don't overkill. This project is for a friend. It's going to be a gift for her. Her name is Andrea, and I am. She had a really bad week last week, so I am creating a name for her to hold in her office. She loves Miss Piggy, and so I am giving her a Miss Piggy creation. So that's what this is going to be. This is how the A is. Add anything else to the A, leave the A alone. What do you think? Should I add anything else to it or leave it alone? Yeah, it's too much. All right. I will leave the A alone just like that. We will set the A out of the way. That became really top heavy in the front. Did you see that? That became really heavy in the front. So I will do something to make it, to add some weight to the back of it so that it doesn't become top heavy in the front. We'll leave the A alone. On the end, all right, y'all both said leave it alone. Okay. On the end, we have, I don't want to put it in the middle because I want Miss Piggy's face to be seen through. So we'll go really light on the end. I'm thinking we will just do, I have these little embellishments from something else. And I'm thinking of just adding a little, like, a little sentiment here. No, I don't like that. Okay. We'll just do a flower. We're just going to do a flower. No, I won't do both A's the same. On the second A, I'm going to add Miss Piggy this little and just leave her, just add that to it. So when I finish that A, they won't be the same. We'll just add a little Miss Piggy to that second A. So tips that I can give you when you are creating your letters and you resize the letters. Grab it from the center and stretch it out larger, because if you don't resize the entire thing together, it will cause a problem with your sides when you go to cut them out. They will be too big, too narrow, and that's the problem that I ran into with the A. I actually had to cut some of it to make it work for me, because I thought I grabbed it and sized it properly. I obviously did not, because oh, that's not going to work right there. I obviously did not, because I just ran into troubles with the A. It might be the file itself though, because I remember on another project using the A, and the even on that project the A was challenging. So it just might be the A itself that's not working well with me. All right. Now we have our D. And I want to put the little travel piggy on the D. We'll center her right here in the center, because I've been working on everything on the edge mostly. So we're going to just add her in the center. You notice I've switched to my hot glue gun because some of Some of it wasn't working with me. Does she need anything else? What do you think? Can you see? Is the light killing you? Do we need to add anything else to her? Oh, cool. I love that, Lynette. Yeah, your granddaughter. I mean, like I said, letters, people's names. Everybody loves gifts that have their names on them. That have, here's how we did the E. Everyone loves things with their names on them because if it weren't so, I don't think Walt Disney and all of those places that you can go and they charge you way too much for a pencil, where you pay $8 for a pencil because it has your name on it. I don't think that that would be the case. So I like giving gifts that have names on them because people love them. People love them. Absolutely love them. Okay. Well, we're now to our R, and I don't want to add too much to it because it has the shaker, it has Miss Piggy in the back, but don't you think it needs something on it? And it covers up her face. What do you guys think? Do you think it needs something? Diamonds are a girl's best friend, that is for sure. Ask me about it. I love them. Well, you might want to ask my husband about it. He's sick of them. He's sick of me and diamonds. I'm saying that for his pleasure because he just walked in the room. He's sitting over there. Okay, one flower. What if we put it right there? My honey just walked in the room quietly sitting over there. I know he's getting ready to contemplate on making his Sunday breakfast. That's his routine. All right. Okay, we'll do this one flower. We will place it on our edge. We will give it some leaves. And we will give it a couple of leaves. Some leaf dimensions. And we will, like that. Watch your glues. Which one did I use? I used this one, didn't I? Okay. And we will put, watch your glues. Look at how that heat turns that flower a different color. Oh, glue webs. Don't want. Oh, you guys, that's beautiful. And we'll glue her down. Watch your webs. I hate hot glue for that reason. You get all these webs everywhere. Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't see your divine one. I didn't see your upper corner will work as well until I had it done. I just looked up. I apologize. Otherwise, I would have went with it. How's it look? Okay. So, my friends, that is our quick and easy project for today. We've been on for an hour. I will finish the other A and I will post it online so that you will get an opportunity to see what it looks like together. Real talk, I literally thought in my head that it would only take us a half an hour to do this video. And here we've been on for an hour and 9 minutes. Obviously, I need to recalculate my time. But that is how it will look. And I will show you what I will do with it next. What do you think? Aren't these beautiful? So fun. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Use the blow dryer. Okay, I will do that. I will use the blow dryer to remove my glue webs. This is how beautiful this project will look. It will take you about 2 hours. Well, in truth be told, because I don't know if you were on at the beginning when I first said this, Lynette, but I cut all of the pieces early. Like, so this is the other A right here. These are all of the pieces for the other A. I glue multiple pieces together So this is one, and this is the backing. I glue multiple pieces together so that it's stronger and it's not weak. And it gives to, in my opinion, it gives your client a much better project to have a well sturdy letter glued together. And so I did all of these offline so that you guys wouldn't have to go through that painstaking headache of watching me glue. But literally, I will take all of these pieces and glue them together just to make them stronger. And sometimes I'll do 3 pieces depending on the cardstock weight so that we have a good solid base, right? Because I don't like it to be too flimsy. And look at this one. I even did I quilted this one by running it through my scissors. Oh, what is this thing called? A big switch. I used my big shot switch and ran this through and put a quilted pattern on top of it with the card. So yeah, I go through and I make sure that each one has a really good solid base on the back of it so that they're nice and strong and not weak. So I did a lot offline before we even got started, thinking that it wouldn't take us long to do this, but I was wrong. So follow me on Instagram, Classy Shay Designs, Sharon Tucker Classy Shay Designs, and I will post this on Instagram, and I will attempt very strongly to transfer the photo from my cell phone into YouTube so that it gets posted in the community. But this is how the letter A will look when I get that put together. This will be the letter A. I was kind of thinking of letting the quilt show more and getting rid of this part. Why don't you guys tell me what you think? Should I let the quilting show more or should I keep that? Should I keep this part or let the quilting show through more? Because if I put this part on there, see how it covers up a lot of the quilt? You can't really see the quilt. Okay. I saw the first answer, so we'll go that way. And we'll let the quilting show. All right, my friends. Thank you so much. Hope to see you next week. And we'll try to have a glam decor project for next week. I'll try. I'll see. We'll see. We'll see what we can do to get us a glam decor project next week. But that gives you an idea of what our A will look like. And then we will put her on it like that. Or like this. She'll be on here somewhere. Yep, it gives a different. Awesome. All right. Have a good week, you guys. And I look forward to seeing you in our next video. Peace out. Have fun today.